Hello YouTube, it's your boy FinoK, and today I'm bringing you guys another play-by-play. This time I'm going to be playing Hades because a lot of people were requesting it, it seemed like, and lo and behold, we're going to be against a Kakolin. Maybe not Kakolin, could be Ymir Moja, but Kakolin's getting played non-stop on the PTS because, you know, it'll probably be OP next season. We talked about that a good bit. But yeah, people are wondering how Hades will be doing with the new Tyrannical Plate Elm, so we're going to be trying that out in a little bit of Hades today. And then we'll play-by-play, hopefully, so... see how that goes. Of course, the controls reset. They always... unfortunately. That back down to 6. Asking if I'm streaming. No, I'm recording video. So what we're actually going to be going today is Hunter's Blessing. Whenever I play Hades, I talk about it, but a lot of your poke and a lot of your strength is your auto attacks after you clear the wave, because if they don't sit in the wave, basically all you do is you full clear the wave in front of their face, they sit there and watch you do it, and you can just sit there and start auto attacking them because you have the wave cleared so fast. You have some of the best pressure in the game. But we're going to be going the Tyrannical Plate Helm, so let's type that in. Maybe going boots before that, we'll see. I'm going to go 2 multi-pots just because I'm going to be going TP. Full screen here. So Hades, I've already tried to get a gameplay on him on stream, and it was an okay gameplay, but the problem with Hades is that you're kind of just a lane-dominant god, and then when you come into team fights, you're not as useful. It's really hard for you to carry the game, and really hard for you to, like, solo people. I mean, it's not that hard, but it's not as good as, like, other warriors and stuff like that, so... yeah, basically just a lane-dominant god, but try and get a better game here. Got almost 80 ping. Usually what I get these days. He's been pretty weird lately. I don't know where my enemy soul laner is, but I could have just tanked that, but I'm just gonna group these up a bit and then free it. Try and keep the blight on him for pressure. So since I have Hunter's Blessing, I'll take a decent amount of damage from minions. I don't want to tank too much. Once I get that fully stacked, this Hunter's Blessing, oh my, you guys are gonna see the poke after I full clear the waves. He went round shield, that's good for me. Free this for speed things up, get back to totem. He has to go to his blue. Like I said, you don't need to share blue. You should just keep up your pressure with your rage and stay in lane. Nice. So he's not even gonna be level 2, and he missed some minions as well. A bit ahead of minions. Maybe poke him down here. I hit some autos. Nice, he doesn't have his jump yet. That's a really good poke. Keep poking him down. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is your pressure. You have ranged autos, unlike a lot of like solo laners, because most are melee right now. I can kill him. Playing a little bit too far up. He could have possibly outplayed me there and pushed me in a tower, stunned me in, and I would have died, but or it would have been close. We probably would have traded. Bit ambitious for him. Honestly, the reason that happened is because, well, he didn't hit level 2. He made it really awkward for himself getting XP wise. I'm gonna keep poking him down. If I can hit some autos. Need to eat. I'm a bit shaky. After the gym yet. Just hit him. How you want to clear with Hades is hit the enemy soul laner so it groups up the minions, and then exactly like this. And you just auto attack him down. Oh, not quite. Of course, his jump though. Yeah. Here's that Hunter's Blessing poke though. You know who really used to do this? Hades, or Divios used to play a lot of Hades, and he'd be really obnoxious. He'd just sit at your tower line and auto you down. He loves Hades. So what I'm going to try and do here is just dash and then auto him. If I can push him. Nice, I hit him, so now all these minions are grouped up. Full clear. Easy as that. Could keep poking him. Probably should. I do want to get the totem though. That's important. Maybe I can fear him here. We get a kill. Oh. He's playing a little bit ambitious, isn't he? I mean, Hades isn't played too much, so a lot of people don't understand how to play against him, but he's making a few misplays. He needs to stop taking so much poke from me, for my auto attacks and all that. Maybe he hasn't realized that I have Hunter's Blessing. Sometimes people don't check, you know. The other cool thing about Hunter's Blessing is it's probably the best start item in the game for MP5. Guardian's Blessing is close, but I mean, you get 15 MP5 from Hunter's Blessing, or 10 MP5. Wait, I thought it was 15. Am I an idiot? Does it change at all? No, okay, so it's literally just 10 MP5, but that's still really good. 10 MP5 is like really sick. So I'm actually, since I killed him twice, I'm actually able to afford the full helmet. I mean, really pop any pot, so I'm gonna do that. Be back in. I should start using my vision shard, but really not that big of a deal. It's not the greatest thing ever. That cleared. Like I said, once I get my Hunter's Blessing fully stacked, it's gonna be Frog Champ around here. Here. Oh, nice. Could use the jump. This should be a kill. Nice. Can't be using your escape against Hades like that. Gotta keep that ish up. Hades ult does a decent amount of damage. His TP should still be down, so it's gonna be rough for him. Just gonna full clear up the tower line here. Boom. Hades is fun and interactive, isn't he? That's good. The more deaths my team takes, the better, so that this game is actually a little bit closer. Although, like I said before, Hades is kind of just a lane dominant god, so the later the game goes, the worse it can be. I'm just gonna poke him here. Keep him from getting to his tower. I don't really want to kill his tower, to be honest, so I'm gonna let him walk by unless he decides to hit me. I can walk to the tower with the next wave. Be a kill. Didn't really want to tank it, but pop some pots here. I can fight this guy and miss his freeze. Maybe still kill. Okay, he walked away from the minions, so I can't. There is an indirect buff to Hades as well, because Hades can be pretty awkward to clear the waves with, because the minions are really separated, but they actually made them closer. So it's a kind of a decent buff to Agni and Hades, to be honest. It's another thing that you can look forward to in the next season, Season 7. So we got our Hunter's Blessing fully stacked. We're 4-0, got the blue buff. Like I said, I mean, this guy isn't playing it very well, but Hades is a lane dominant god, so he can get some solo kills and he can get early towers. Hades is probably the best god at getting early towers in solo. Because of just how much pressure you have, you just clear so easily. And again, if you have a Hunter's Blessing, I mean, I don't really auto-attack it down that much, but my Hunter's Blessing would be good for it, and also my upgraded minions. Remember that. Keep in mind that that's also good for getting towers. I don't know if his jump is up. I think he had used it on the wave for the rage, so... down. Oh, that was a good jump by him. He should be dead either way, but I just auto-attack him down, like I said. That's what I've been preaching Hunter's Blessing on Hades. Get back up here. So there's no matchmaking on ETS, unfortunately, so it's very possible that we're like very separate in our like MMR and stuff. In this game, it could be very unbalanced, but you know, that's just the unfortunate process or part of the thing with PTS. Plus, I mean, we're just testing stuff out at the end of the day. Who really? I had a comment say that you prefer to watch games that are close, which is fair, but at the same time, like, what I said is that you're going to be playing against these players in your games, a lot of you that are watching my videos and everything, and if you, like, can take what I'm doing from these games against the players that you're going to be, you know, you're going to be playing the exact same players and, like, replicate that, then you're going to be able to stop them just as much, because, like, to be honest, this isn't very humble of me, but he just walked it away. That was not good. Look at that damage. Good kill. This is not very humble of me, but I'm gonna make 99% of the player base look like pretty noobs, so if I wait for the perfect game for a play-by-play that's not snowbally on our side or the enemy side, because we maybe have 6 of 10 because everyone's just feeding, then I'm gonna be going all day. Your middle tower is under attack. I'm gonna blight him first. Nice. He has enough for his 3 probably, so I don't want to my ult on him. I don't think he has enough for his 3 actually, but I need to rush it. Could be a kill. You definitely want to auto before your 2 so that you can make it a fear instead of just a silence. Because if they're blighted, then it becomes a fear, which is obviously better than just a silence, because just during a silence you can still auto attack, but during a fear you're literally CC'd, and that's all, you know, you can't like do anything unless you beads. Just gonna keep farming up. My blue, this colon's pretty far behind. Definitely want to max the 2 second because it goes up from 1 to 2 seconds in CC. That's insane. Clear. Oh, shrine. I might as well hit it. Oh, 15 gold. Could have been 25. 30. What's the max? 25 or 30? Yeah, I think our next item, they have 3 magic. They actually have 4 magicals, so I'll probably just go into a decent amount of magical protections. Probably go Voidstone next because I think that's still a good item. He did jump, so I might as well ult him. He couldn't quite get out of the ult there. There's that little final tick that always hits that people are surprised by sometimes. This blue maybe. I still haven't used my vision shard at all. That's pretty troll. Right here, I guess. Fortunate. I think they'll probably F6, unfortunately. I'd say that Hades is pretty similar to Pele, where you can just like completely stop early games, but you can fall off pretty hard.
The burden now falls to you.
I don't have my ult here, so I'm by her. These auto attacks though. Red's about to be up. Oh, what the heck? It's not showing the timer. There it is.
Enemy spotted. Be careful.
A long rotation to right lane.
Never stand in the fire.
They won't have 6 because dual lane is dying. Isn't it weird that I'm rooting for my dual lane to die? Oh damn, it's unfortunate.
This courage is strong.
How tragic.
So tanky. My ult back up. Get a nice heal off this. My TV's up so I can go back left when I need to. Nope! Oh, you gotta body block that Jington. Oh well, I need it back. I have a ton of gold.
Killing spree.
You can't escape servitude.
I'm just gonna back. Okay.
Enemy spotted.
Your team has destroyed a devastating tower.
I still have my magical D, so it's a little bit awkward.
Be right back.
Back. I've been wanting to back this entire time.
Another taken out.
If I can get back there with my Voidstone, I can kill everyone.
Ally has been slain.
Attack. You cannot escape servitude.
I guess I'll just go kill this Ymir. No, it looks like he's dead to Poseidon anyway.
Enemy has been slain.
Alright, reach him. I do have my 1 on him, so fortunate. Okay.
Enemy ultimate down. None can escape.
Oh lord, this has kind of been an awkward rotation. This entire time Kukulkan's just been able to farm, which is not good because I haven't really got much off of this. This is what I'm talking about. Like I can literally just destroy in lane, but when it comes to actually rotating and doing stuff, it's been awkward.
Retreat. Need healing.
I can just 3 this and heal this guy. Nice little heal, isn't it? I mean, I guess I can stay. I never like doing stuff like this, just staying forever, because you're just like putting yourself in position to get further behind. Or not further behind, but to lose the lead that you had. At least we're getting kills here.
Cleave in two.
I'm gonna be going Warlock staff next. I mean, after the buff to it, you only need 75 stacks, so it's really not too crazy to get as a fourth item. Be able to stack that up. Maybe I could have just gone it earlier, but this power curve is still fine.
Need healing.
Heal him up a bit. Not too shabby. I mean, don't underestimate the freaking Hades heal.
Servitude. This is mine.
Back up the warlocks here. Just go to do my blue buff, but like I was talking about before, basically with any like lane dominant god, the best way to transition is to make sure that you keep that lead. Like if you just walk over and then like die once and then you're no longer ahead of a god that's going to be better in team fights, then it's going to be really awkward for you to win in the later stages of the game. So although you should start making early rotations, because if you're a lane dominant god, you're probably just better in the early game. So you should be trying to look for those rotations. You also want to make sure that you're not just letting the enemy solo who you just put so much effort into getting far ahead of. You don't want to let him just get free farm and then getting himself back in the game. So there's a nice little balance there that you have to find of pushing your waves nonstop, but also being ready on your team. The jungle shrine. We could probably just do gold here. One of the best ways to do it is just like force gold fury with your rotation when you're so far ahead.
Attack the gold fury. You cannot escape
Guys, scared.
Attack
We have Kraken for secure, so this should be easy money. And we're all 5 here pretty grouped, so this is good. We didn't have to Kraken it, which is good, so we can save that. There's a wave under my tower and left, but gold free for that's fine. That tier 2 is really low as well. Fortunately that's not up, but we can get blue, push on our left wave. Oh, these are up now. I just heard him. Oh my goodness, what a Kraken. Go for this guy if we can.
Teammate falls. The burden now falls to you.
It's going on me, he should not be going on me, I'm really so tanky. This is awkward. I'm just gonna ult these guys. Oh, he blinked out.
You have slain an enemy.
Can't believe the Ymir got out of my ult
Collect
there.
the bounty.
Fortunate.
pathetic.
This is a new Hades skin. I haven't used it before. I'm gonna back in TP left. I'm just gonna push that out indefinitely so I can get stacks and also maybe get this tier 2 since it's so low. But like I said, like if I was any other god in this game and I mean, honestly this game should pretty much be over anyway, but if I was any other god in this game and I was just could call in, for example, and I got that much of a lead, although it might be a little bit harder on him because he's not as lane dominant, but if I got that much of a lead, I would just literally be killing everyone on the map so easily. Still kind of doing that, but gonna die muy quico. My buffed minions are getting this power as well. The best way to survive against Hades early game and like lane and everything is to just let him do what he wants. Like let him poke through the wave, let him auto attack you. I'm sure you get some pots that you can sustain a lot of his poke up, but like you're not trying like just out clear him and everything because he's gonna out clear you. Let him do his thing and then make him, you know, feel useless when it actually comes to team fights and everything like that. You can. We have buff minions. Maybe we can go mid tower. I'm 8 levels ahead of this. Good calling. Oh, nice. I got him there, but oh, that was awkward. This is so awkward. I'm getting CC chained. I thought you might freeze me there, so I went ahead and ulted. I still got Olerin in here. I can kill this guy. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, that's what's his active. Okay, he's active. Make sure I try and get behind my Robin there for his body blocks. This guy can't kill me. Maybe he can actually. Okay. They're back here. Go mantle next. Oh, I didn't get my healing. It's not that big of a deal. I can just heal off of a camp back to full. Pretty close to it. Nice job, guys. Good tier 2. Good group by us. Good Kraken. Almost got me because I feared his jump on accident. So maybe going mantle next. Honestly, think maybe I could have gone spear as well. It's a decent amount of damage. It's gonna be good for my ult. That's all it's gonna be good for, but maybe it's worth it. Definitely want to be going mantle over spirit robe on any god with a long duration CC immunity. So Hades, probably one of the perfect examples. Or like Vamana is also a good example. If you go spirit robe, like it's just useless because a lot of like the bulk of when you're going to be useful in a team fight is during your CC immunity. Hades and Vamana both, and obviously you're not going to be getting the spirit robe passive, so you'd much rather have a mantle, especially on Hades. Like if everyone's surrounded you in your ult and just doing damage to you while you're doing damage to them, and you just get a nice mantle proc off randomly, it's really nice. Also, I forgot to buy my relic. Gonna go ahead and sell this, I guess, for mantle. Everyone was telling me in the comments not to forget, and I went and forgot. Definitely gonna go Thorns here. I'll TP there and try and get there. I'll switch these. They just need to add a flashing thing, or do what they did before, where if you leave the base without buying a new one, does something. Go up here. Volcanol. Also just go fire, to be honest, we're that far ahead. I'm gonna keep stacking up the Warlock. What's this guy doing? This guy's a madman. He's also the same level as their support.
Attack the Gold Fury.
I want to stack up my Warlock, so.
On my way.
I think we should be able to get that. I don't think they're gonna contest you. There's Ymir right here. Eagle Time is his name. Gonna blink out? Oh no. Look at that fear duration, that's insane. He wants to turn and freeze me, I'll maybe ult it. Oh, that was a good Poseidon one. Oh, with the Kraken, that's okay. Just gonna ult both these guys so Ymir can't get out. We can go right tower. Buff minions, baby, from Tyrannical Plate Home. There's if he pushes mid. We can back after this and go fire.
Return to base. Attack fire giant.
VCB, VAF. Easy money.
On my way.
Go ahead and upgrade this. I think we'll just end up going ethereal here. I mean, I don't really have a lot of like pen because this is percentage. I don't have a lot of pen for their carries, and that's basically who I want to go on, obviously. So it's a little awkward, but you don't really need that much pen for carries. Like pen is obviously really good against them, but at the same time they're pretty low protection as well. So your magical power will do a lot to them, and your base damage combined. Plus Hades is a mage at the end of the day, so he has decent scaling. This Warlock stacked up. Definitely should have gone this Warlocks earlier if I was going to go it. I'm still messing around with builds, you know.
Attack fire giant.
Go ahead and go straight to that. I'm going to tank it. I think I'm down here. B, you want to hit this? He doesn't have the greatest build for it, honestly. No Executioner. Not a lot of attack speed. I don't think they know. You get these warriors out just in case they're around. My fear is really good around objectives. Just 2 seconds, so keep people from out securing it. We catch this guy here. Fear right away with his beads. He can just backfire on my ult, so probably no. Nice. Oh, group up! I can heal you, Jington. I meant to say left, I didn't mean. And treat that to see when they come behind us. Oh, okay, this guy gave up. Unfortunate. Another little tidbit for Hades is to get auto attacks off during your fear. You can kill this guy. Nice. Here, ult. Okay. Maybe with this freeze I could. Bit of a heal. Wonder, not too bad.
Attack the middle.
We have another mid wave, so we should go there.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
Big fear, big fear. Especially during the laning phase. That's another reason why auto attacks are really important on Hades, because get a nice 1 second fear off, and then
Outnumbered, but not outmatched.
Attack the
Killing
Titan.
spree.
I'm gonna tank this because
You cannot escape.
I have thorns. Yeah, I might die here. Oh, they surrendered. I was gonna die for that. Ruined my flawless gameplay, Kappa. Okay, so it's a rough one for Kakolin, that's for sure. But sometimes, you know, lane dominant gods on a good player can do that, so yeah. That's the Hades though. Basically what you gotta do to win the game as Hades is to try and dominate as hard as possible, get a 5-minute tower if you can. Although, you know, early towers always aren't that great, like I always say, because it makes it really hard for you to step up and farm if they freeze and stuff. We did 24k damage. That Poseidon popped off as well though, so some of those rotations kind of felt weird, honestly. That's just part of the problem with Hades, to be honest, but also, I need to eat. I feel a little bit shaky, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Hades play-by-play. It was a bit of a stomp, but again, kind of what you have to do. It's just kind of what you have to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.